Hey everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make chicken marsala, a truly Italian-American dish. So it all starts with chicken, right? So I'm just making 2 portions today, and I've got a really thick, big piece of chicken breast. So it's boneless, skinless chicken breast. So I want to show you how I cut that and pound it out. So this process, you've got to be really careful with it. But place your hand on top of the chicken breast with your fingers pointed up. With a very sharp knife, just slide it right through. So you make 2 nice cutlets. See? Nice. Now I'm going to cover it with some plastic wrap and pound it out with a mallet. Look at the size of the chicken breast that you're getting out. But that's the thickness that you want. Now what I want to do next is salt, pepper, garlic powder on each side. And I've got a tablespoon of butter and maybe about a tablespoon of olive oil heating up over here. Get that going. So you're noticing I'm using one hand to flip the chicken, the other hand to touch my spices so they don't get all that all over it. All right, next thing I like to do, check out the oil, just make sure it's covered. Covering the bottom of the pan. Now, I've just got some flour here. What I want to do is just get that flour on each side. Just dust it. Doesn't need a lot. That's going to help the chicken brown up, but it's also going to thicken the sauce when we get there. So I'll show you all about that. All right, that's what you want. Shake it off. Place it in the pan away from you so the hot oil doesn't spray back at you. What I wanted to mention is I reached over 500 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you. My goal is to get to 1,000, so if you like this video on YouTube, Chef John in the Kitchen, go out there, subscribe, like it, and that will help me to keep doing these videos. All right, I'm gonna let this go. It's about 2-3 minutes on each side. Be right back. Okay, this is what you're looking for. See how nice and brown it is on each side? And just getting a little color on it. This is about 98% cooked. We're going to make our sauce, do the mushrooms, do the onions, then this will go back in there and finish cooking. That way, if you undercook it slightly and finish it in the sauce, then it's not tough. So, talking about the sauce, I have got, what do I have? Onions, about 1/4 of an onion. Remember, I'm only making it for 2 people here. And I've got some baby bella mushrooms. If you're looking for the recipe, go out to YouTube, Chef John in the Kitchen, under the More section. And of course, if you like this video on Facebook, share it, like it, join my group. Social media, there's so many different ways to follow somebody, but I promise you I'm on all of them, and it's really great. It helps get the word out. So I got these mushrooms in here. I didn't clean the pan. I'm using the same pan the chicken was in. And you saw me add a little bit more olive oil because it just needs a little bit more. This is going to take 7 or 8 minutes because I want it to cook on low. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to help that along, and then a little bit of pepper. It's smelling so good in here. Be back in a little bit and I'll show you what we do next. Mushrooms and onions are almost done. I'm going to take about a tablespoon of flour and put that in here, stir that in, and coat the vegetables. Let that flour taste kind of cook off, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the Marsala wine and let that cook down. Now I want to talk to you about that wine for a minute. You can get Marsala cooking wine in the grocery store, but try to avoid that. That has a lot of salt to it, and just go in the liquor store and get a nice quality Marsala. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but just get a good one. Now, again, cold liquid, hot pan, pour it over the spoon. Otherwise, it can splash up against you and get burnt, and that's no fun. Over here, I have probably 1/4 pound of pappardelle. I got some nice Tbsp pappardelle. I want you to see what this looks like when I talk about it reducing down by half. It was really thin before. It's thickening right up, and that's what you want. Now, I'm going to add the chicken broth and do the same thing. I'm going to start with 1/2 cup, and then as I need it, add more. And that's what we're going to do to thicken this up. Okay, this is coming together real nice. I tasted it for seasoning. Doesn't need any more. That Marsala offers a lot of flavor. I'm going to add the rest of the chicken broth. And as this is cooking down, remember I said we're going to finish the chicken? I'm going to slide that back in here. Let this finish cooking. When the pasta's done, we'll put it all together. We're ready to plate. What I did is I took the chicken out after it had cooked for a while, added this pappardelle here so it could absorb the sauce. Now we're ready to plate it up. I'm going to just put all of this in a beautiful dish. Remember, this is just for 2 people, and it was 1/4 pound of pasta, so there's a lot here. Put my chicken right on top. And spoon any of the rest of that sauce on there. The last thing is some nice fresh parsley. A little more cheese. There you have it. That's my chicken marsala. I hope you're going to try this at home. Remember, the recipes are on Chef John in the Kitchen on YouTube under the More section. Hope you give this a try. Ciao for now.